Hi, friends. Okay, fair warning. You might need a entertaining, mind-altering, non-altering drink, libation. I have strawberry iced tea, which I'm finding fabulous. Also, I've now moved back to ice water, not moonshine with ice. And I have my pot here. We're gonna need it. Freaking alive, a lot's been going on. Let's see. First off, thank you, I do look cute. We had family pictures today because 2 weeks ago, we'll say 2 weeks ago, with COVID, I don't even know what the hell day it is. I know it's Friday. But it was a Thursday night and I started having really bad abdominal pains. Ended up in the ER and they told me that I was having an appendicitis. Put me on some antibiotics, pain medications, stuff like that. And there was also like, oh, you're having a kidney stone. And I started thinking, motherfuck. Like, so they're running my blood. And here's the other problem. I started getting a fever. I knew it was not COVID, but I was like, something's not happy in my little areas. So, well, I assumed I've had my gallbladder taken out because of all of this stuff. So I assumed that if I'm going to go to a hospital, it makes more sense that I go to university, which is tied to my primary and to my gallbladder doctor, who I absolutely love, instead of go to my oncologist, who will honestly admit, and I love him, and you guys know this, he doesn't deal with the appendix unless it's cancerous. And then he would send you out and just be like, you can get that taken out. So, if it's not cancer, my oncologist is not the guy that you want to go to. And don't do that with anybody. Like, nobody should go to your oncologist for a cold because they're not looking at it the same. So anyway, went to university. Thought that was a good idea. Have never gone there. It was a great experience. However, I did not realize that this time of season is when the residents come out. And so I am a very complicated Grey's Anatomy case that they're like, oh, she looks freaking great. Says she has stage 4 cancer. Her pulse is really low. Her heart rate's really high. But she's got like a kidney stone. So at that point, I'm like, no, I don't. There's something else going on. So they tested my blood and they came back and they're like, okay, so the week before I had Afinitor. I was still on this oral pill. And my white count was like 1.5. In the hospital, 2 days later, it was 5.6 or something. And they're like, oh, it's so good. And I'm like, no, you don't, that's not good for me. Like that's not good. There's something going on. It should not be 5. Like I'm not a 5. So then, that was dainty. Then what happened? Came home, started feeling a little bit better. And then I got my chart results from my ER visit on Monday. And it said 20 lesions in the liver. I lost my shit. Like, shocking. And then, and keep in mind, this was like, hey, your summary visit is ready. And I was like, oh, well, maybe there's something in there like, oh, yeah, appendix, whatever. No. It was more like, 20 plus lesions in the liver, measuring da da da, da, and I'm thinking, oh. Yeah, because this was Monday, because Jason was at work. And so I'm like, yeah, we're not telling him until he gets home, because what are you going to do with that information? So I talked to the doctor. He's like, here's what we're going to do. That was a CT. We're going to do a PET, match it up, blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, on Thursday, I found out I only have one met in the liver, which is still liver, but it's one. Haven't had any there in some bit, so that's not my favorite. Thanks, Morgan. But then, as if that wasn't bad enough, now the story for the drinking. So it was probably like 2 days after my PET scan. No, it was before my PET scan. It was that same weekend. I've been having weirdo stuff lately. Just lights or things that when I've been driving, I've been kind of thinking like, I don't think I should be driving, and I'm not high, but I don't think I should be driving. Something's not right. So I think it was that Wednesday night, and then I got my results on Thursday. I was taking a bath, and I just told Jason, I was like, I don't feel right. I'm just like, I didn't know if I was getting a migraine, so I thought I'd go sit in the bath, and then there was just so much going on. And anyway, I ended up getting out of the tub, standing on the counter, and I told Jason, I'm like, I couldn't make sense. I couldn't get anything out. I was just standing there, and I just kind of was like, I need to. So ended up having a seizure and threw up all over. And then Jason, when he got me back up, because the neighbor had run over, and then Jason got me up, and he was like, when's my birthday? And I seriously kept looking at him like, feeling fall, and so I was like, I'm feeling December, but and then he said, Crystal's here. And I was like, who's Crystal? And he said the neighbor, and I go, that's not her name. He's like, yeah, it's her name. And I'm like, nope. I'm like, what's her name? And he kept telling me, like, he's like, it's Ryan Crystal, it's Ryan Crystal. And I'm like, does not sound right at all. And then, I don't know, 5 minutes later, I think I was better. But even then, it was kind of like, trying to make sense of what that was, and an awareness of what that was. So went in to see Dr. Lee. Heard about the liver spot, and he said, listen, it's tiny, it's fine. If anything I want to say emotionally, because I'm not going to talk about a lot emotional right now. This is the worst way I've ever had my cancer diagnosis. Normally everything comes from him, and he knows how I can handle it. And having them pop up on my chart, because I found out about, so I'll finish my story. But when I met with Dr. Lee, he's like, hey, we've got one spot on your liver. It's really small. It's not anything that we need to worry about. If you want to take time off before chemo, we've got time. He's like, seriously, we're good. And so I was like, you know what? Let's just do family pictures. It's hair. I'm not worried about it. Well, like, let's just start it, get it. Might as well not wait. Like, they've been pretty easy. Let's, we're good. So then we talked about, Jason's like, hey, you need to mention that you had a seizure the other night. So I told him the story, and he's like, so we need to do a brain scan. And I said, yeah. And here's the thing. I'm one of those people where if you can tell me I can't, I'm going to do it. But God, I say never a lot. I was never going to get a minivan. Man, I miss that Sienna. But I'm not giving my Mustang away. Okay, so Lee said we need to do a brain scan. And originally I was like, that's my walking point. I'm not putting that mask on. Did a brain scan. And then again, the chart uploads all of my information and tells me that there's 5 mets in my brain. And so then I'm like, oh, okay, let's never check our chart again. Like, I don't know how the hell people do that. That's not the process for me at all. Yeah. So Friday, I got fitted for the mask this past Friday. I had treatment Wednesday and today after family pictures. And then I have treatment Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sorry, I know my brain is really slow now, but the radiation, your head is literally in a vice. Jason took a video. I haven't watched it yet. Here's the thing. Fucking mask. I hate heights. Hate heights. There's this movie on Netflix called like 14 Minutes from Home or something. It's about this Google executive that decides he's going to fly up into the stratosphere and parachute down to Earth, because why the hell not? And the anxiety and like, that was a lot for me to, we have good TV too, but seriously, too much anxiety. I was like, oh my God. This is worse. The mask for me is my worst, like, fear, being Indiana Jones and snakes. It's just, this was my point. Luckily my friend Michelle made me a mix CD, because since the building is lead lined, we can't hear music, so I had to make a mix CD. And I'm now looking at them as spa treatments, that I'm trying to assume that there's some beneficial treatment to having your head screwed into a table in a vice-like contraption with no breathing areas. I'll post a video at some point. But, so let's see. So that's new. Like, this is a whole new, this is a whole new, here's one picture. This is like a whole new level of, it's your brain. But I am weaker. I am, This one's worse. I mean, I don't know. I feel like, so right now, let's catch up. What do we have? We have one liver, really small. Don't even know the size. Don't care. Because what are you gonna do? Doesn't matter the size. You just got to get rid of them. So one tiny one there, 5 in the brain. Bones, I still have some humor. Like, they've gone down though. They've gone over to our work to get some of the bones down, but we still have shoulders, spine, hip, tailbone. I don't know. I don't notice anything anymore. Okay, so I'm going to do another video. We're going to talk about this a little bit more. Because this one's big. This is a big deal. Oh, so my parents came out. It kind of sucked ass because my dad ended up driving through unannounced the day after I found out. And I was like, I have no poker face. Like, I'll tell you the answer because I'll feel so guilty that I know something you don't know. So yeah, unfortunately, while my uncle was here, who just lost his wife at Thanksgiving, I'm like, hey, guess what? Glad you stopped by, huh? But I did have a high school friend drive by for the weekend and cheer me up, which was completely unexpected and I loved. So thanks, Hallie. That's it. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm feeling okay though. Every day's different. I've noticed I absolutely have to have, like, my brain shuts down after a while. A couple hours in the afternoon, for sure downtime to just shut off. I've got my noise canceling headphones. I've got my sleep mask. Gotta just turn down the noise. So we're working, we're figuring it out. We're doing okay. Jason's doing Color Street. If anybody wants to buy the shit out of Color Street to help pay medical bills, help yourself. We will put a link. I'm going to do mine because, damn it, I did the pictures and they already chipped off my finger. I did like little pale pink and look, they're already chipped. I was pissed. They looked pretty though. Okay, I'll stop rambling. Nobody cry. It's fucking hurdle. Here's what he did say. I will say this because I've not told this story many times, and so I don't know what people know and what you don't know. And when I'm starting from scratch, it's a bit different because it's trying to remember where we last caught up, friends. Dr. Lee is not poking me, checking in on me, worried. I mean, he's worried, but he's not concerned that I should be doing treatment. We're good. Dr. Shuey is doing the treatment he is needing to do. He said, Melissa, you have 5. Like, it's 5. It's 5. He's had people come in with 30 to 50. So I got a cuckoo clock in Germany when Caroline got married, and I'm determined to get that thing on the Apple. He's like, I've had people come in with 30 to 50. You've got 5. We can treat this. It's good. Don't be alarmed if more spots come open or spots come up. But we'll treat them. I did buy a damn sheet mask for every night that I have treatment, and I'm wearing that thing to kind of, enhance the benefits of the laser treatment. That has also fried my hair, by the way. I mean, I got my hair cut and Ryan does an amazing job, but I was like, yeah, she's like, it's a totally different texture. I'm like, I know, from 2 damn days. So that's where we're at. We're homeschooling. Poor teachers are saints. Yeah. So I'm going to do another video in a couple days. Kind of fill you guys in on maybe more of like here's how the kids are doing, and here, like what we've done differently, because we've changed some things lately. So, okay, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Sorry I ramble, but what are you gonna do? You don't got shit to go.